Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to M4J Logistics here on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Last time my driving was atrocious. I failed to deliver something on time and got deducted all the money and XP for it. So today I'm going to try not to do that. I think we did make up for it in the last episode, actually, thinking about it. But I'm going to do some very high-paying... oops, I'm over here. I'm going to try and do some very high-paying jobs. So we got... I think it's pronounced Szczecin. I need to know how to pronounce that. That's ridiculous. We're going to do this one anyway. Szczecin to Hanover, 5 hours, 18 minutes. Set it as a GPS destination. I've got some questions over on my other monitor as well. Some are to do with questions in general. Some are to do with specifically Euro Truck. So I'll try and get through those. I was just asked, this gives you an idea as to when this is recorded, this episode. I was just asked... are the questions only for the M4J Logistics series, or can they be asked for other series too? And the answer to that, to get us off and running, is I would prefer it if I could answer them in this series, because the whole reason to do the Q&A was it gave me something to talk about whilst driving. But if you have something that's specific to OpenTTD, or specific to Planet Coaster, or specific to Rainbow Six Siege, or any other games that I play on the channel, feel free to ask them in the Q&A channel, and then just put the name of the series or the name of the game that you want them answered in brackets, just so I know. I'm not against that idea. I think as long as people are interacting and getting involved and stuff like that. Oh, did I miss out on the Hanover job? Guess I did. Alright, looks like we're going to Dresden instead then, which we've also not been to before, so this is fine. But yeah, I want the series to be interactive. I want this series to be particularly interactive, but I want all my series to be interactive. So if you have questions for those other series too, then feel free to post them. That is absolutely fine. Alright, let's get coupled up. And we'll get going. I thought for a second there I'd whiffed that, but apparently not. Right, so the next question. So this is a follow-on from last week's episode, last time out, where I think the last question I answered was, would you rather go 100 years into a future where there's lots of peace but not much advancement, or a major world war early on but lots of advancement towards the end? So I did answer that question, I believe. I remember answering that question. In fact, there's no I believe at all. I remember answering that question, so I know where I've got up to. So the first major question of this episode is, would you rather have the cost of a project double or the time taken to complete the same project? Sorry, let me try that again. I'll try using English this time. Would you rather have the cost of a project double or the time taken to complete the same project double? Final result is the same. Well, I think personally I would rather the cost double and it get done on time, or even done early. Reason being, a lot of the projects that I would be interested in being involved in are projects that would generate lots of revenue in the future. So if it's something like a theme park construction project, I would rather the cost of that doubled, because then when it's built and done it starts generating money. If it's something where you're not going to get a return, then I would rather the time taken doubled. Because ultimately you want to get as much bang for your buck as possible. And if something is going to cost twice as much but get done in half the time, then that sounds like a good trade-off. If something's going to be done in twice as long but half the cost, then again it sounds like a good trade-off, because you're basically getting what you paid for. In other words, you're getting what you paid for. So yeah, I think if it's something where I would be getting a return, I would rather the cost doubled and then the project finished on time. Because I'm assuming you mean on time still, not within the schedule. So yeah, I think that's my answer. So the next question is, do you know any engineers, general or specific? If so, what kinds of engineers do you know and what projects are they working on? I do know some engineers. Most of the engineers I know don't actually work as engineers anymore. My father has a education in systems engineering. He very rarely uses that. He works in telecommunications. My grandfather, on the same side, he was a mechanical engineer. He had a Well, he's a co-owner of a firm up in Newcastle. They designed a lot of military equipment, and I believe, I could be wrong here, but I believe his company and he himself were one of the first to develop mine plows to go on the front of tanks. You'll see them on the news now. They're basically like big sheets of metal, solid metal that goes on the front of tanks, and they push mines out of the way, as well as unearthing them. So that's a nice little sort of claim to fame, nice bit of history. And then I do have other cousins and other relatives who are engineers who work both in and outside the industry. I'm not 100% sure what they all do. I know one of my cousins is I think it's a US based company, but he is the European representative of this company. So he is the one person in Europe that handles a lot of the work, which again sounds like quite a cool job to have, to be honest. But yeah, I come from a family of engineers. It's one of the reasons why engineering was something I kind of fell into as well and fell in love with, because I grew up with it. You know, I had people around me when I was a kid that helped me explore my inner engineer. Do you know any civil engineers? If so, what kinds of civil engineers do you know, and what projects are they working on? To my knowledge, I don't know any civil engineers. All my relatives are either systems engineers or mechanical engineers. I don't know off the top of my head any civil engineers. I think I went to school with someone who's now working as a civil engineer. But I mean, civil engineering it can be a wide range of things these days. You don't necessarily have to have a background in civil engineering. You can do mechanical, you can do aerospace, you can do motorsport, and still end up working in that field. It's one of the things I did like about engineering was how versatile you can actually be. Doing a mechanical engineering degree, one of the things I learnt was I could then, if I had graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering, which I didn't, I will do one day. I will graduate. I will get my degree in mechanical engineering. But with that, you can very easily go into aerospace. You can very easily go into motorsport. You can very easily go into civil engineering, or even things like architecture, because you do learn about that side of things as well. It's an incredibly versatile career path to take. Where some of the other ones, like systems engineering, is a bit more limited. You can't get a degree in systems engineering and then design a building, for example. This car's going to hit me. Excuse me, sir. Getting tired. And that was my guy on the game, by the way. That wasn't me in real life. If you could become an engineer, what engineering field would you get a career in education in? Well, as I've said many times, mechanical engineering was my field. I very much enjoy taking things apart and putting them back together again. I like finding out how things work. I like designing things. And as I said, I like the versatility. So mechanical engineering would have been my thing. I did do mechanical engineering for 2 years, and then I switched to aerospace for a year. And then for various reasons, it just didn't work out. One thing I kind of like about what I do now is I design all of my video processing like a production line. So you know, there's an input, there's an output, there's a series of processes that go on, and one of the reasons I can knock out so many videos in a week is because I've designed the production line in such a way that it is literally, I mean, the technical term is plug and play, where I have an intro, I have an outro, I have social links, and then I record all of this footage here that you're seeing in a single take, and then I piece it all together in Premiere and hit render. Some other videos, so that might guy you on, some other videos that I'll be working on in the future will require some more editing, but again, there's a system in place so that it's quick and easy. Essentially, it can get done quick and easy, so it's not a huge burden. Because I like to just do things, have an idea, put it into practice, get it done. That's how I like to work. But yeah, to answer the question, mechanical engineering, it would have been the field that I would have gone into. And like I said, one day, even if I never used the degree, it would be nice just to get it to prove that I could do it. So we'll see about that. If I make a lot of money with XVI, fingers crossed we do, I'll put some of it towards further education in the future. Do you know any computer scientists? If so, what kind of computer scientists do you know? Again, not off the top of my head. I know a lot of people who know a lot about computers, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I built my own PC, is because I had some people around me who could help me do that. I know people who have a keen interest in computers, but I don't again, off the top of my head, I don't think I know anyone who has a degree in computer science. Don't think I do. Did I miss the turning again? I missed the turning again, but actually this hasn't added too much time to my journey, so that's fine. Those junctions, though, they're impossible. Because on the map, it looks like a typical cloverleaf, but in reality, it's like a slip cloverleaf. I don't know what the technical term for that is. But there's like a slip road that leads into a side road, which then leads into the cloverleaf. That's a troll move, game. If you could become a computer scientist, what field of computer science would you get a career in education in? I don't have an interest in that area. You know, I can build PCs and I can sort of program basic stuff, but I like things where you can see it working. It's one of the reasons why I like mechanical engineering so much, is when you build a machine, you can either cover it in a nice case and make it look lovely, or you can keep it open to the elements and actually see how each section of it works. And that's what I like. So I'm not really interested in computer science. It's not really something that I would get a qualification in. It's something I do, like I dip in and out when absolutely necessary, but beyond that I try at all costs to avoid it, because it's just, it boggles my mind sometimes, where you can spend ages typing dialogue, or not dialogue, ages typing script into a like a notepad file or whatever, and then you'll hit test and it'll just come back saying error. At least with a machine, you know, sometimes a nut or a bolt might be loose and you can't find it immediately, but there's a system in place for detecting where the error is and fixing it. Whereas in computer science, it just says error, and then you have to read through your code all over again, line by line. Or if you're really fortunate, you're working in a program where it might give you a clue as to where the error is without still directly telling you. But overall, it's just, yeah, it's not really for me. I have a lot of respect and admiration for people who can actually work through that kind of thing. It just drives me up the wall. Okay. So I'm going to have to scroll down on my Discord in a second. But these next few questions are related to Euro Truck. So some of them I probably can't answer right now whilst driving, so I might have to come back to them once we've done the delivery. Some of them are related to things like how much money, like what's the most money you've made, what's the least money you've made, stuff like that. So I might have to come back to that. I'm not really sure how, we're basically double back on ourselves, and yet somehow it's saving us time. I'm not really sure how that works. Answer on a postcard, please. Let's just use cruise control for this. I think putting the retarder on the truck was a good idea. Smart move. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Hopefully I don't get seen by a police car. I drove past the rest stop as well. I should have checked. Okay. So, first question related to Euro Truck. I heard that your screen will darken, then go black if too much in-game time elapses without game rest. Is this true? Yes. So right now, actually, it's a good example to show you. Right now, my guy's just yawning, but if I keep driving without stopping, eventually there's like an eye close effect that kicks in. So he'll start shutting his eyes as if he's falling asleep at the wheel. And it's that point where you need to pull over and stop. But I think I can get away with completing this journey. It's what, 3 hours away? Providing I don't make a wrong turn again, we should be okay. We shall see. So the next question is, does the game record fines right as you commit corresponding offences, or are the fines recorded after the fact? Instant. As soon as you break the speed limit and you get caught by a camera, or if you're driving tired and you get caught, or if you haven't got your headlights on when you should, or you have them on when you shouldn't, you get instantly fined. And I guess that's the game's way of doing immediate punishment rather than waiting. Can I change lane? Looks like I can. Come on, turn green, turn green, turn green. Turn green. Turn green. Turn green. Ah. You watch. As soon as I stop. Yep. Troll game. I don't want to pull over and rest. That's the thing. Because I'll lose the money that from the delivery. Alright, there is a rest stop out of town, if I remember rightly. Let's just check the world map quickly. Actually, while we're here, we're in the pause menu. So, there was things like, what's the highest paying job? Let me just scroll down on Discord again for a second. Game volume mutes, there we go. So what job gave you the most experience? What's the highest paying job? What's the lowest paying job? What job gave me the least experience? Have I ever made a net loss? And I don't know if there's a way I can check that. Unless it's under my profile. Is there a view profile? Progress history. So here we go. These are all the deliveries I've done. Some of them were better than others. So cauliflower, honey. That was free roam. Oh, that was when we went from oh, these are driving to jobs. I see. So these aren't all the jobs we've done. These are just the last few. So I mean, last time out, was it that one? Yeah, we got nothing for that one. Berlin to Poznan. We got nothing. So I think, I mean, that's probably the best I can do regarding those questions, I'm afraid. I mean, there's this as well. This is my profile. So you can kind of see what I'm up to. Is there anything else to do with profile? I think that, oh, I mean, it's here as well, but I think this is, yeah, switching profiles, which I don't want to do. So I think that's the most I can do to answer those questions, I'm afraid. Come on, I need you to turn green. Oh, I was going to check the map, that's what I was going to do, wasn't it? I just need to check if there is a rest stop. Where's it taking me? Okay, there is a rest stop coming up. So once we get to this one. Don't tell me I went all the way down. No, I mustn't have. This must have been the one where I missed my turn in. So I must have come out this way. Oh, we're at Berlin. So yeah, I came down here. And I should have gone around and then down this way. But instead I went straight ahead. And that's why okay. I get it now. Let's turn the lights off. Ooh, I nearly hit that lamppost. Alright, let's turn on the old cruise control. So the next question is, once you hit a high enough net worth, will you consider buying more garages, hiring staff, etc.? Yes. And actually, I'll tie this in with the next one, which is what is my end goal for this game. So my end goal, maybe not so much for the series, but like my big target for this playthrough is to have an office in every capital city on the map. So even if that includes getting the mods and all the extra cities that come with that, to have an office in London, Paris, Dublin, Belfast, Madrid, Berlin, Rome, all of the cities that I can get to in this game. I don't actually know if Ireland is somewhere I can go, even in mods. I'll need to do some digging. But the goal is to just achieve that, to go to as many of these capital cities as possible and have an office in each and every one of them, all with staff operating with their own trucks. That is my sort of big target. You could call that an end goal. At that point, you're basically in the end game because you're earning so much money that you can't spend it all. So yeah, the plan right now is to earn enough money, I think it was £83,000, to to pay off the loan that we took out to buy this truck that we're driving now. And then we'll do a couple more jobs to earn a little bit more money, just so we got a buffer. So we got like 20,000, maybe 30,000, and then I'll take out a big loan so we can buy an office and or a bigger garage and a truck, so we can hire our first staff member, and then we'll have 2 of us driving around Europe doing this, that, and the other. And that then should allow us to earn money a little bit faster. We're doing 50. Here we are. It's really slow. There we go. Instant fine for avoid sleep. So I need to find somewhere to pull over and take a rest. So again, these are all Eurotruck questions. What's the weirdest job you've ever completed? I mean, the honey one. That was quite weird. Just a truck full of honey. I didn't realise that at the time. Plus, I mean, delivering yachts to basically inland cities and towns, even if they've got rivers and lakes, it seems a bit weird to have a yacht being delivered there. The hardest job, the one delivering to the quarry was quite hard, trying to find the way in and out of that. Plus the last job we did was also quite challenging because, I mean, lots of reasons. My driving, me missing turnings, all that kind of thing. Very, very challenging. I made it hard for myself though, let's be honest. Alright, while we're here, I'm going to fill up with the old petrol as well. This could take a while. This could take a while. Does the game have a tax system in place? If so, can you please explain what said tax system is? In all honesty, I do not know if there's a tax system. It'd be cool if there was some kind of VAT thing. But I don't know off the top of my head. Someone who knows this game better than me might be able to tell you. But I personally don't know. Alright, rest time. Which one? Any of these? Yeah, any of these. Sleep time. Alrighty. Hopefully I still get paid for this job now then. I might do 2 jobs in this episode as well. But actually I'm a bit stuck now because I've gone through all the questions. So I suppose I'm going to have to dredge the barrel a little bit of my mind. What other things have people asked me over the last few weeks? There's probably some other stuff I could flesh out a little bit more. I could talk about the end goal a little bit more, that'd be cool. I would like it if there was someone who knows how to mod in this game, or someone who can learn quickly how to mod in this game. I'd like there to be my own branded trucks and trailers as well, that'd be cool. To have offices in every city, capital city in Europe, and then have members of staff driving trucks with M4J Logistics branded on the side of it. That'd be nice. I might do some merch as well, like t-shirts and stuff with M4J Logistics on too. I would be quite happy doing that. I am still working on merchandise at the time of recording this. By the time this goes out, actually, there will be some new stuff added to the store, so feel free to check it out. How far away are we? 1 hour and 3/4. It's not too bad. So yeah, series on the channel. Football Manager will hopefully be here soon. Still waiting on the database on that one. Siege as well. I'm really looking forward to doing the Siege one. I need to find some time to just sit down and watch the footage that I've recorded and come up with some editor's notes. That's the only reason right now that that's not up on the channel yet. Is I keep putting it off. I get very procrastinating about it. Because ultimately I don't like it when I'm just sitting down watching stuff, but at the same time I end up sitting down watching stuff in order to avoid sitting down watching stuff. It's a really backwards way of doing things, I know, but there we go. Excuse me, truck. Excuse me, truck. How dare you? Get back. go. Get in front of that truck. Hour and 20 minutes away. We should still get paid for this one. We should do. So what happened in the last one? It was, we took the wrong turn, which added like 4 hours to the time, and then we had to sleep as well, which added even longer. So here I did take a slight wrong turn, but it only added like an hour to the journey, and then we had to sleep, which added, what, 6 hours? Maybe more. Maybe we won't get paid. I'm starting to worry now. Plus, I mean, filling up the truck, that is expensive. Putting the fuel in. Trucking is an expensive business. I don't think people realise sometimes just how expensive logistics actually is. Yeah, I don't think I missed out any questions. Do keep asking your questions though, however random they might be. Gives me stuff to talk about whilst I'm doing these videos. It's one of the things I'm actually really enjoying playing this game, just sitting back and driving. And I might start doing some offline jobs again. So where I'm not recording, I'm just driving around doing jobs, grinding up the money basically. It's a really nice, fun, relaxing game to play. But it doesn't make a very good video if it's just me sat here in silence driving. At the end of the day, you guys want me to be talking about stuff. So even if it's not direct questions, but just conversation topics, things you'd like to see me discuss, feel free to put them in the Q&A channel as well. It's basically what it's for now. Any questions or conversation topics that you want to see on the channel, that's what it's for. So do please use it. Be interactive. Don't just sit there in silence watching stuff and never contributing, because that's not fun. Let's be honest, that's really not fun. Gotta love the retarder. I'm probably killing it doing this though. I mean, that's not a healthy noise, is it? We are now half an hour away. This is a nice little junction. It's quite cool. There's a few near where I live that are a bit like this. There's kind of like one slip road that goes up onto the motorway and the rest are all sort of staggered. There's like a 2-3 mile stretch of motorway where there's just slip roads staggered all over the place. It's a bit weird, but it's also quite quirky. Dare I say it, and touch wood, because we're not actually there yet, but this has actually been a pretty good delivery, even though I missed that one turning. Move. Move your Hummer. Get out of my way. Now we're having to stop at these red lights, because you weren't fast enough. If I was going to slam into the back of him, then that would have been a great way to end, wouldn't it? I can see the end. It is in sight. Yeah, I've changed my mind. I think I'll do just one delivery in this episode. Was it last episode or the episode before that ended up being an hour long? And I probably shouldn't be making them that long in this series, in all honesty. I think a little bit shorter is fine. Although again, let me know in the comments or on Discord, how long do you want these episodes to be? Do you want them to be relatively short, 20 to 30 minutes, or would you prefer them to be 40 to 60 minutes? Let me know down below. Dresden discovered. Nice, nice. I have no idea what colour the light is. There we go. So it's Siege. I've got a little pixel hole that I can look through. Quick left turn, and then one more quick left turn, and we are there. Is it here? Looks like it's here. a semi-easy spot. So yeah, between now and next week, I'm probably going to do a little bit of grinding, because I've recorded a couple of episodes in a row here now, so I can just do some grinding, earn some money, and then hopefully next episode we'll be able to pay off the loan. If not this episode, actually. Oh no, not with this amount. We need to earn some more still. I'll have a look though, because we have been paying off some of it. Yeah, 77,000. No, 75,000. We have 77,000. We're debt-free! We are debt-free. We did it, people. Thank you to all those who believed in me. But yeah, it's good that I like being debt-free. It's a nice place to be, even though we've technically got next to no money right now. So hopefully there's no unexpected bills that we suddenly get. Otherwise, you might have to take out a small loan again of like 8,000 just to pay that off. But yeah, eventually we're going to take out this loan in a couple of episodes' time. I'm still going to do the grinding between now and next time. Or at least try to remember to do the grinding between now and next time. And then when we've come back from that, I'll have a look at how much stuff is going to cost. Because my garage manager, to upgrade the London one, it's going to cost 159,000. And I think right now we can't afford. Yeah, we can only fit one truck and one driver in that garage. Although the daily profit's quite good. Productivity very good because it's me. So yeah, we're going to have to upgrade this. So we're going to need 150,000 in order to upgrade it. And I think we will upgrade it in London, just so we've got people driving around the UK doing relatively short hops. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you everyone who's been asking questions so far as well. It is greatly appreciated. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you enjoyed the series. I forgot my outro again. I'm really bad at that. Besides that, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes, countries you'd like to see me drive in, trucks you'd like to see me drive, mods you'd like to see me download, all that kind of good stuff. And besides that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.